Yes. So thrilled, so happy. Now look, on this channel, I've backed so many managers. Every Man United manager I've always supported massively, including Ruben, especially at the beginning. Ten Hag, you'll see in my videos, I supported him. I didn't even think that he should have been sacked. I'm a very big supporter of the managers. I don't really turn on them. But Ruben was an exception because, quite frankly, he was terrible. And for so many reasons, I wanted this guy to be sacked, but I didn't think it was going to happen. So when I woke up this morning and I started to see what I was reading, the joy that filled my soul was something I've not felt in football for a while. And I'm not even ashamed to say that. I really wanted him gone, and I am so glad that this nightmare is over, because I have never seen a more selfish person than Ruben Amorim as a manager. It's unbelievable. And I know there's going to be lots of people who support him and are going to be like, oh, you should have been given more money, more time. And you know what? I respect people's opinions. You're quite welcome to put your opinion on this channel. But you'll find that people who believe these things don't like you or don't welcome people with a different opinion because they're very one-track minded. And the thing with Ruben is he almost started a cult because people would support him regardless. It was never his fault. You know, we could have lost 10-0. And in his mind, in these fans' minds, it's not his fault. Oh, he just needs more time. This is Manchester United. This is not Newcastle or Sunderland. This is a massive club. It can't have such a fall from grace. And for some reason, because Ruben, when he first came in, gave this speech how everyone's going to suffer, it's going to be really hard, and that was psychologically did something to the fans. So they thought, oh, if we're going to keep this manager, we're going to have to suffer with him. You know, it's almost like when you're with someone and you'll do anything so that they won't leave. It's like Man United fans had like some kind of trauma from losing managers before, and they had an insecurity about managers being sacked. So it was like he played on that from the beginning. Like, if you want me to stay, then you're going to have to suffer with me. Very clever. This man should be, I don't know, he should use his talents to be a cult leader or something. I don't know, a politician. Like, you know, his talents are elsewhere. It's not football. He could be a politician because this guy has the ability to talk his way out of trouble and to say the most outrageous things, but make it sound like it's going to be wonderful. And that, unfortunately, is how he managed to stay in the job for 14 months, by talking his way out of trouble. And the media loved it because they had a story every week. So they weren't going to turn on him properly like they did on Ten Hag, because Ten Hag wasn't playing ball. He was not having anything from the media, you know, and the media didn't like that, you know, so the media turned on him because they weren't getting what they wanted, which was stories, which was engagement, and he didn't give them that kind of engagement. But Fergie was the same. He didn't always give them that time of day, but because he won so much, he could do that. Ten Hag wasn't so lucky. He didn't have that respect. Maybe if he had won the league, you know, they would have sort of gone, oh, okay, you know, but because he hadn't won the league yet, it was like he didn't get that respect. But Ten Hag could have won the league with United. Absolutely. If he was still managing now, I think we could be, and properly supported. I know some players fell out with him. I get that. But I think, ultimately, he had the plan that would have worked, and he had Manchester United's interests at heart. Amorim didn't have Manchester United's interests at heart. He never did. He came in there thinking, this is about me. This is about me being a big manager. This is going to put my name up in lights. That's what he came into Old Trafford with. He came with a big ego, bigger than he will ever tell you or show you, but it's there. It's there. And for me, it's obvious, but for some people, they won't see that. But this man literally would put his own interests over United winning a match. He'd put his own ego ahead of players leaving the club. Important players like Rashford, who was literally in the club for many years. He didn't care. His ego was bigger than anything. He thought he was, the golden child, basically. He came here with that kind of thing in his head that he could just get rid of players who have done amazing things. Even Garnacho, he had some amazing moments for United. You say what you want to say about him. He had some amazing moments for Man United. This is a bit of a hero. The fans loved Garnacho. He got rid of him like that, like it didn't even matter. Crazy work. Crazy work. I can't even say. My God, today, well, I'm speaking to you late at night, so it was yesterday. But yesterday should be declared a holiday for all United fans because it's just so amazing. We can start the year without this cloud. Did you watch him in the matches? He looked like he was in pain. He was suffering just watching the matches. That tells you it's all about him. All he was thinking about was himself. He wasn't thinking about United fans. He was thinking about himself. Oh, I have to lose. I have to lose. Oh no, I'm losing. That's about himself. That's not about United. That's not about... He looked like he was sulking. I have children. I know what they look like when they're sulking. That is a sulk. He's sulking. One of the biggest jobs in football. And the man is immature. That's crazy work. I don't know how they managed to hire him as a coach, but that didn't go well. No, that did not go well. And I warn people, and to be honest, I know YouTubers do this a lot. When they're right about something, it's like, well, I told you with my tweet back 2 years ago that... No, I'm not going to do that. It's not even about me. This is just about United moving forward. Our young players being given a chance. Amorim wasn't going to use any young players. I don't know, but I know no. That's a Candace Owens line. But I can see what's happened here is that the board have told him start using young players. This is what Man United's about. This is the tradition. And he's like, no, I don't care about United tradition. I care about me. And he's like, I don't want to be told what to do. Don't tell me what to do. That's what he's doing. Oh, you should, Amorim, can you be more adaptable with your formation? Can you, pay a back four sometimes? See if that works. No, this is my formation. I do this. You didn't invent the formation, bro. It's not your formation. Stop owning it like it's you. You didn't create this formation. This formation's been around before you was even playing football. Like, what are you talking about? You know, it's just wild. It's crazy work. You know, but here we are. What a relief. What a relief. Today, I bought myself my favorite cheesecake just to commemorate. Well, yesterday, I commemorated with a cheesecake. In a minute, I'm going to get myself a drink. I'm going to drink to it because, to be fair, I've suffered, Amorim. Thank you. But I've done enough suffering now, thank you. Now, I'm not saying that automatically all the problems are solved, but I guarantee you that is a big part of the problem solved because there was no way United would have won anything with this guy. Arteta had a hard time, but he was not like that. He didn't have Amorim's selfish, me, and I tendencies. Arteta was an honest guy who suffered. He showed that he had the ideas and the potential. He won an FA Cup, but he just couldn't get there. And even now, he's still not got there yet. But Arsenal are looking good now. Let's be honest, But that was because he's a genuine guy. I don't think Amorim's genuine at all. I think he's just very crazy. He's all about himself. And I find it bizarre how people can be like that. But there are people like that. How you can throw so many careers under the bus. Mainu, Lindelof, Hoyland, Garnacho, Rashford. The list is endless. I don't mind Sancho. You can keep that one. But, all the youth players that weren't even going to get played because his ego was more important than playing that player. He was more interested in the mind games, always talking about, oh, my players won't see me the same if I change. My players won't. It's not about you though, bro. This is about United moving forward. Even if you get sacked, so what? This is about Man United. And that's what I'm saying, why he didn't have Man United in his heart. It was more about him. He don't care about no traditions. Oh, Ruben, this is a derby game. There's a lot of tradition behind it. It's like, oh no, it's just another game. Let's just try to win this game. Arrogance beyond belief, But I'm gonna celebrate. Hold my beer. Cheers, guys. After watching that kind of football, I need this. Good old Captain Morgan. I need this. That was an ordeal. And it's hard to explain to your children who you're raising to be United fans what this manager is doing. And that was hard work. I'm so glad that's over. My goodness. You know what? I wish they'd have given me the job to sack him. I wish they would have given me that job. I would have been an absolute demon. I would have terrorized him. I tell you now, he's lucky they didn't get me to do it because I would not have been so respectful. They were probably quite respectful with him. I'm sorry, Ruben. This is the way things go, Nah. He is a very rude man, so he deserves someone to be rude to him and tell him what's what. He's lucky he's not arrested, to be honest with you. Because, Trump could be looking for Amorim, He's a bit of a criminal. He's a football criminal. Some of the things he'd done to our club, finishing 15th, that's criminal. That's an offence. It's an offence. 15th? That's an offence. And there's some United fans that will say, oh, part of the process. Bro. these are the people who end up with the wrong partner, because every time they do something wrong, you're like, oh, they didn't mean it. They're just learning. Partner comes around and says, oh, I just need time. Just need time. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, it's not changing. It's not changing. It's staying the same. It would have stayed like that for 5 years. This miserable ass walking into the press conference. Someone's so ungrateful to be United manager. That's the way I see it. He looks ungrateful. He looks like he doesn't, like it's just about him. He's just trying to make a name for himself. And you're really not that big of a deal, bro. This is a big club. The manager is the manager. You're just another manager. You're not that big of a deal, bro. This guy thought he was the second coming of Sir Alex Ferguson. And even Sir Alex Ferguson didn't see himself as that much of a big deal. But this guy did. He thought he was a big deal. Wow. Crazy work. Crazy work. Well, I hope everyone enjoys the new year and had a Merry Christmas. I got what I wanted for Christmas from Santa, and this was it. So, yes, it's even got me to create a video. I mean, I don't post that much on this channel, but I had to post about this one purely and simply because, yeah, this has been a long ordeal. But hopefully, this will be the start of more videos, and I can post more videos and talk more about the club that I support, which is Manchester United. Up the Reds. Yes!